All right, good day, North Texas. I'm Joshua Weisel here in the Weather 225 Storm Studios, taking a look at your forecast update for the midday. And hopefully, you're having a fantastic start to your day so far. And hopefully, you're having a great afternoon so far as well. So, here's a look at what we got for this afternoon. Haven't quite reached peak heating yet. That'll happen later this afternoon, early evening. And once we hit peak heating, we're only talking mid upper 70s area wide. So, you can see some warmer spots like Athens and Hillsborough today into the upper 70s. Your hyperlocal view into the immediate DFW coverage area, our central counties of DFW, that is, you can see right around the upper 70s to mid 70s, really, just depending on when you're or where you're watching from across the area. Now, overnight tonight to tomorrow morning, it's going to be not that big of a difference between the afternoon highs and the overnight lows today. It's going to be one of those tricky days, and that's thanks to that rainfall activity that we are forecasting for parts of the day today. I'll show you the future scan radar here coming up, but overnight, upper 60s, lower 70s, not really going to be all that big of a temperature drop overnight. And the cloud coverage and everything is going to help lead to that right around the upper 60s, lower 70s in the metro. So moving on, here's a look at the rain chances today. Now, it's not as high as it was the last couple of days. So the good news is we're not talking tremendously high rain chances, but today we're going to be overcast, and also there is some rain chances to be aware of. Zooming into the Metroplex, you can see right around the low to the medium range for the rain chances today. Now, it's going to be tricky because today, if you do get a couple pop-up showers and thunderstorms to develop, even though not everyone's going to see this activity, if they're slow-moving and heavy rain producers like we've seen the last couple of days, it may not be widespread, but there's going to be some localized, flash flooding potential just because we've had a lot of rainfall over the last couple of days with some of this activity. So we'll just have to watch it. But like we said, not everyone's going to see this activity today. Some of the higher rain totals are going to be basically from the metro and up to the north, which is unfortunate because these are the areas that we've seen some flash flooding over the last couple of days. Again, it wasn't super widespread, but it's just going to be enough to be a problem. And you can see basically from Montague County all the way to Grayson County, there's going to be some higher totals based off of the Weather Prediction Center's outlook for today with their quantitative precipitation forecast, or QPF. So again, even though not everyone's going to see rain activity today because of its slow movement and because it's going to be likely heavy rain producing, if you get one or two of these, there could be some localized flooding potential. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Here's a look at what we got for the severe weather risk today. Now, again, this isn't for all day long. This is going to be mostly for the activity we see kind of this afternoon, maybe into portions of your overnight. When you're looking at the Storm Prediction Center outlooks and everything, you may notice, that this one's a little bit different. This is our own unique algorithm. It kind of accounts for the Storm Prediction Center, combines things as well as some other ingredients. And then you get our severe weather risk map based off of the likelihood of seeing severe weather. It's not zero, but it's on the lower end. Now, the other thing, too, when the Storm Prediction Center does issue their outlooks, it's from 7 a.m. the day of to 7 a.m. the following day. So keep in mind, this may be with some overnight activity, and we'll show you why here in just a minute. Zooming into the DFW Metroplex, you can see it does include basically a 50-50 split of the metro area, but regardless, Mother Nature does not look at our algorithm or the Storm Prediction Center's outlook and not bound to those boundaries that we have. So, there could be a couple louder thunderstorms, maybe some marginally severe activity just slightly outside of these as well. So here's a look at future scan radar. And you can see by the time we head into this evening, notice off to the west and southwest, we do have some scattered showers and thunderstorms that develop. These could be strong to severe. We're not talking widespread activity, but there could be a couple of instances where these pulse up into tomorrow morning and could lead to some problems. So again, not widespread severe activity, but just enough ingredients where a couple of these could produce maybe some gusty winds, maybe some marginally severe hail. I'd say probably between nickel to $half size, but not everyone's going to see that activity. Winds of 60 to 65 will probably be the main concern. And then it moves off to the east. So a couple things to keep in mind. Overnight, there could be one or two storms that reach strong to severe limits. We're not talking widespread activity, but there's some ingredients at play that you will want to be aware of that. The other thing, too, the morning commute all the way through the lunch hour, there could be some showers and thunderstorms in parts of our coverage area. So with that being said, tomorrow morning, grab the rain gear because you're probably going to need it as you're headed out the door tomorrow. So that's a look at what we've got with that. We'll have the very latest outlooks throughout the next several hours today. We'll have an evening update coming up as well. Moral of the story today, maybe some rain chances later on this afternoon into this evening. Nothing necessarily widespread. I think the better activity this afternoon will probably be along our northern counties and to the east. And then tonight, we'll have to be watching closer to midnight. Further to the west, we'll have some shower and thunderstorm development. Let me go back and then we'll run through Future Scan one more time just to show what we're talking about. The remainder of this afternoon, you can see mostly dry, but it's not until we get to around midnight, 1 a.m. that we start to see this activity move through. Pushes into parts of the metro by the time we get to about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and then we'll see some scattered shower and thunderstorm activity closer to the late morning into the early afternoon. So, like I said, bullet points for this forecast. Warm and humid today, not hot, but it's also not going to be super comfortable. And then the other thing too, not a lot of rain today, but later on tonight, we'll see maybe some scattered showers and thunderstorms into the morning tomorrow. So that's a look at your forecast there. Hopefully you have a fantastic rest of your day. Stick around. We'll have an evening update here coming up. You can advertise with us this storm season and throughout the year. Contact us today for availability and pricing. Weather 225 since 2015.